This video is designed for Crossroads Chiropractic and Wellness Corrective Exercise clients. This video basically is a specific type of hip stretch flow that I like to teach for clients that are feeling some real compression symptoms through here and who are struggling with rotation. So a lot of this is very breath-based. Anytime though that I put one of these videos on here and you run across it and you're not one of my clients, just know that I have designed this for specific clients and that's what this video is for. I'm sending it to them. But if you run across it and feel like it's helped you, feel free to comment, feel free to talk about it, reach out to us and book with me if you want some more direction on it as well. But anytime I put one of these videos out, essentially what I'd like the focus to be is whatever you're comfortable with range of motion and whatever you're comfortable with intentionality, right? So as you're going through this flow, taking those deep breaths, taking your time and not trying to force things, especially from a rehab perspective. So any further questions, feel free to reach out. But essentially what this is trying to increase healthy rotation between shoulders, hip, and posterior and anterior oblique chain. The camera's angled this particular way because I wanted you guys to kind of have a better understanding of rotation. So with this flow, you're gonna need more space, right? I'm gonna go through this fairly quickly for the sake of the video because I've already ranted a fair amount here at the beginning and you're like, get to the data, Jennifer, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna straighten this bottom leg, right? And I'm going to attempt to get like a good 90 degrees here. You're going to continue to see me kind of shift throughout this whole video, different angles so that you can see. But essentially my goal is to get about as 90-90 as I can, right? Now from here, what I like to do is, if I can, either use a towel, use a band. Remember, I'm hypermobile, right? But I'm going to grab my toe here and I can add some little like flexing and unflexing of the toe there if I want a little bit of that nerve floss, right? But I'm going to grab that big toe to whatever angle makes sense for me. I'm going to attempt to keep my hand on the ground and open my chest as I go through this range of motion. So I'm making this nice big circle here, nice big circle back. Now at any point in this flow, if you get to like here and you're like, ooh, that's kind of like stiff and pinchy and you want to add a little bit of this little stretch here, you can. Totally your tolerance, totally your call, right? The goal here is you're going to feel this nice stretch through here, nice stretch through the pectorals, just making sure we're getting healthy rotation, right? So the counter to that, also come out of that stretch slow. I did that pretty aggressively, but if you've never done this stretch before and you're bringing that leg down, that might be a little aggressive. You can also from here, if this is aggressive, you can also add just an open and close to kind of work both planes of motion there as well. Those are all acceptable. Then with this one, I'm balanced here as much as I need to. If I need to grab a pillow or put something here, you can. That's not going to really affect the efficacy of this stretch, if you will. But what I'm going to do with both of those, the other one I'm adding that inhale, right? So with this one, I'm going to inhale here as well. And I'm letting this leg kick back. You can even let it drop a little bit if you want, right? And then I'm just kicking back at the same time as I'm reaching. Big inhale, bring it back. I'm going to scoot back a little bit so you see this a little more. But see, big inhale and you feel this nice stretch to the front right in through here. If you wanted to add a little rotation to this one, you can, but this one just doesn't seem to be as effective in that direction. It's not going to hurt anything, right? But then bring it back. Now from here, you could stretch this straight into this flow if you wanted and make this kind of this like little yoga flow if you wanted to add more of a dynamicness to it or a fluidity to it. Or you can hold any of those positions statically, really according to what your body is craving that day or what you need. General rule of thumb is going to be if you're going to go do a dynamic activity, you want to dynamically warm up. If you're just trying to cool down after work, then you're going to want to hold the position, 10 to 30 seconds. Always make sure you're supported. And if it's the first time you've ever done these stretches, then just make sure you're really listening to your body in it. Lots of breath, all of the good things that come with stretches in general.